if you 2 points which are end of the diameter, so the length or the distance formula will give you the length of diameter, then divide by 2, that will be its radius, and finding the midpoint directly gives you the center coordinates of the circle. So today we'll be discussing how to write the equation of a circle. This is the general form: x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equals r square, where h comma k are the coordinates of center. Book is using a and b, so we'll do that. A, B. We're just taking an example. If I write the equation x square plus 4x plus y square plus 10y is equals to 30, any number. So this method is a little longer, then we'll come to short methods. So we have two equations in one line. One is for x square, the other is for y square. I'm going to go for completing square for these two. So x square plus 4x plus 2 square minus 2 square. And the other section is y square plus 10y plus 5 square minus 5 square equals to 30. So x copied, positive sign copied, 2 copied, whole square minus 4. Then we have y plus 5 whole square minus 25 equals 30. So x plus 2 whole square completed square form. Y plus 5 whole square completed square form, taking 4 and 25 on other hand side. Plus 4 plus 25. So x plus 2 whole square plus y plus 5 whole square is equals to, adding all these, 30, 40, 50, 55, 59. If you see, this is the general form. So if I have to change this in squared form, this will be x plus 2 whole square plus y plus 5 whole square equals square root 59 whole square. So radius is basically square root 59. Do you get it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's discuss the short forms. Okay, whatever the equation is, general form is this: x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is equals to r square, where turning point is a comma b. Notice we have changed the signs of a and b. It was negative in main question and here it is positive. Radius is r. So if I write an equation, x minus 3 whole square plus y plus 2 whole square is equals to 4 square. So coordinates of turning point will be 3 comma minus 2 and radius will be 4. Any doubt in these two things? Coordinates of center and radius. If we are given with another example, which is x minus 13 whole square plus y minus 12 whole square is equals to 25. The turning point will be 13 comma 12. Whatever the sign is, we have to change it. And radius will be 5. Are you getting it from where I'm picking the coordinates of center and radius? In the previous part, radius was 4. In this section, radius is 5, not 25, because it has to be square. So what if we do not have perfect squares? X minus 1 whole square plus y plus 2 whole squared is equals to 39. So coordinates of turning point or center, we should call it center. Coordinates of center would be 1 comma minus 2 and radius will be square root 39 because it is not a perfect square. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
One general equation is x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square equals r square, where center is a comma b and radius is r. Second general equation is x square minus 2 fx plus y square minus 2 gy plus c is equals to 0. If you see, we actually started off with this line over here. This is x squared something and x something, then y square and y, exactly in this way. X squared, then we had an expression for x, y square, then for y and c. So when we actually go for completing square, it is always this case. Whatever the coefficient of x is, center is f comma g. That is half and sign change. Half and sign change. If we come back to this, do you realize that the turning point for this very equation was center coordinates of center was minus 2 comma minus 5. Sign changed. And if we observe the first line, the coefficient of x was 4. So half and sign changes minus 2. Coefficient of y was 10. So half and sign change was minus 5. Now compare these two. Coordinates of center and coordinates of center. So we don't actually have to go through this completing square form every time. This is coefficient of x, half and sign change. So if you have an equation like x square plus 16x plus y square minus 8y minus 30 is equals to 0. So the center would be coefficient of x, that is 16, half and sign change, minus 8. Coefficient of y, which is minus 8, half and sign change, which will be plus 4. So center of coordinates are straight away this. Whatever the coefficient of x and y is, half and sign change. And how do you find the radius? The radius is f square plus g square minus c. Let me just confirm it was negative c. Yes. Okay, now what actually c is? C is all the constant number which you have on left hand side of the equation. So if I have to plug in the values, f is -8 whole square, g is 4 whole squared minus this right here is c. Whatever the numbers are on left hand side of the equation, that is your c. So 8 square is 64 plus 16 plus 30, 64 plus 670, 80, 110. So square root 110. This is your radius. So just by looking at the equation, you can straight away tell the coordinates of center and the radius. So now the general form for the equation of circle will be x minus plus 8 whole squared plus y minus 4 whole squared is equals to square root 110 whole square. And this second form is also acceptable because it is not a perfect square 110. So from this to either of these two, this is the equation of circle. Yes, Mahad?
So the f and g, where you on top you wrote the equation, yeah, f squared plus g squared equals minus c. So what are f and g again?
F was coefficient of x, half of coefficient of x. Where is it coming from? Right here. Whatever is with x in the main equation. So in this case, we had 16. So if we compare these two, that means 16x is equals to minus 2fx. Because it is always 2, so half of it, 16 equals negative 2x. And because of negative sign, it is always change in sign, half and sign change. So f is -8. For
So the
g,
sign is always changed, right?
yeah, that always changes because it is -2. It is compared to -2. For g, it is -8 is equals to -2g. Sign changes, makes it positive, divided by 2, 4. So g is 4. And f comma g is the coordinate of center of circle.
Thank you.
Okay, look at this question. It says find the center. Example 7. It says find the center and radius of the circle. Let me jot on this equation. Chapter 6, example 7. It is x square plus y square minus 14x plus 16y minus 12 is equals to 0. So without thinking, I know that coefficient of x is -14. Half and sign change would be 7. Coefficient of y is positive 16. Half and sign change would be -8. So coordinates of center are right here. And radius is f square plus g square minus c whole square root. So value of f is 7. Value of g is -8. And value of c is 12 from the equation right here. So 7 squared is 49, 8 squared is 64 plus 12. Adding all these, what do we get? 49 plus 64 plus 12 is 125. That is square root 125. So can we say the equation of center is x minus 7 whole squared plus y plus 8 whole squared is equals to square root 112. This is the radius whole squared because the general equation was x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is equals to r square. So whatever r is, we have to put a square there. Or you can write x minus 7 whole square plus y plus 8 whole squared is equals to 112. If you are given with the center, suppose coordinates of center are 3 comma minus 5 and radius is given, that is 5. So the equation would be x minus 3. Do you observe the change in sign? Positive 3 to negative 3 plus y plus 5. Again, the change in sign is equals to r square. So this is your equation. So x minus 3 whole square plus y plus 5 whole square is equals to 25. Both are acceptable. Unless until the question gives you a general form and requests to write in that form. So example, another example, center is 2 comma 3 and radius is square root 19. So first thing first, x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square is equals to radius square, which is 19. Either this or x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square is equals to square root 19 whole squared. Both the forms are general form. Any question till now?
No.
No, sir.
Okay, let's move on to the exercise for a little more practice. It says write down the equation of the circle. So do we agree we've practiced question 1 indirectly? We are given with center and radius. Let's quickly do this. We know the center and we know the radius. So the equation will be x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square is equals to 4 square. Can you try this? B part, just dictate it.
Is it x plus 4 and then x minus 5?
Yes, x
And
plus
then 6 squared equals 6 squared.
is equals to 6 squared. So is it easy?
Is this all you have to do to
Yes.
solve the question?
It actually depends on the demand of the question. He asked you to write down the equation of circle. So yes, this is it. The demand of question is just the equation and you've written it. It will depend on the demand of question what they're asking.
Okay.
C part we're given with center. So x minus 5 whole square plus y plus 6 whole squared and the radius is 2 square root 3 whole square. If you to simplify this, this would become 2 squared is 4, 4 3 times 12. So x minus 5 whole square plus y plus 6 whole squared is equal to 12. Either this or this. Question number 2. Write down the coordinates of center and the radius. So for the first part, center is minus 5 and 4 and the radius is 9. What is it for B part? Yes, Matt?
Coordinates are, oh, sorry.
I didn't get it.
That's fine.
Sorry.
No, you can do it.
The, x- the x coordinate is 7.
X coordinate is 7,
The y coordinate is 1.
y is 1, and the radius is
4.
4. Okay, D part. Anyone? X coordinate is
4, A. Minus
negative.
4. Minus 4.
Y coordinate is
Minus A.
minus A, and the radius is
144A.
that is 12A. Compare
So
this.
there's the squares on the A. Does it not?
No,
Do it not?
it must be on the whole thing.
Oh,
Just compare
okay.
this with E part, that is 9 square. If I write this as 12A whole square, are these two equal? So that's
Yes,
how
I
you get
understand.
12A. Okay, E part. X coordinate is 3 square root 5. Y coordinate is negative square root 5. And the radius is square root 27. Now look at the demand of question. Question number 3, it says, in each case, show that the circle passes through the given point. Do you remember simultaneous equations? In that, if the
Yes.
point lies on the equation, left-hand side is always equal to right-hand side. So this is sort of the same type. In each case, show that the circle passes through the given point. If it passes through this 4 and 8, left-hand side must be equal to right-hand side. So let's use this value, which is x minus 4. I'm substituting 4 and 8 in the equation. So it is 4 minus 2 whole squared plus 8 minus 5 whole squared and must be equal to 13. So 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 squared is 4. 8 minus 5 is 3, 3 squared is 9. So 13 is equals to 13. Shown. Let's try this B part where x is 0 and y is minus 2. So when x is 0, you get 0 plus 7 whole squared. Y is negative 2, negative 2, negative 2 again, whole squared equals 65. 7 square is 49 and 4 square is 16. 16 plus 49 is 65 is equals to 65. Is it easy or tough?
So
It's
far,
not
so
complicated.
simple.
The only thing you have to be careful is the R square, because sometimes it leaves it in the squared form, index form. Sometimes it gives you the whole number. Other than that, X point is sign change. Y point is sign change. Okay. Question number 4. It says the point this lies on the circle and center this. Find the equation. It says it lies on the circle. We already have the center. So I can say x minus 8 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square, but I do not have the radius. So this point lies on the circle and this is the center. So distance between center and the point on the circle is radius. So we can find for radius separately, which is x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared whole under the root. So 8 minus 4 squared plus 1 minus minus 2 squared whole square root. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 squared 16. 3 square is 9. And that is square root 25, which is 5. So radius is 5. I can write 5 square. And this is the equation of the circle. Any issues in this?
No, sir.
No.
Not so.
Okay. Question number 5. The line PQ is a diameter. You see, he's just changing his words. The main concept never changes. PQ is the diameter of the circle and coordinates of P and Q are given. So whatever the length would be, half of it will be the radius. Let me turn to this notepad. We will need to write. So this is page 120, question 5. Page 120, question number 5. P is 5,6. Q is minus 2,2. PQ is equals to diameter. And the demand of the question is to find the equation of circle. And we know back of our head that for the equation, we need center and we need radius. So for diameter, PQ is equals to x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared and square root. So x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1. 7 square is 49, 4 square is 16, and this is square root 65. So this is the diameter. So radius is equals to square root 65 by 2. Now we have the radius. For center, coordinates of center, if it is a diameter, if we can just sketch it, center point would be the coordinates of center, the midpoint. So midpoint of PQ is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. That is 5 minus 2 by 2 and 6 minus 2 by 2. So center is 3 by 2 and 2. So center is 3 by 2 and 2. Now we have the radius, we have the center, and equation will be x minus 3 by 2 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square is equals to square root 65 by 2 square. This is the equation of circle. If you need to simplify a little on the right hand side, calculator is always with you. 65 by 4. Any ambiguity? Let's see if we find something different. Question number 6 says the point lies on the circle, find the value of r. If the point lies, we just substitute it and we get r. Question 7, the point P, Q and R lie on the circle, find the value of r, show that PQR is an equilateral triangle. Okay, now this is a little different. Let's try this. Question number 7. Point P is there, 2, 2. Q is 2 plus square root 3, 5. And R is 2 minus square root 3, 5. And it lies on this circle, which is x minus 2, y minus 4, x minus 2, y minus 4 is equals to r square. First part is find r and then show that PQR is equilateral. So if we have to find r, all these points, they lie on the circle. So this is the easiest one. I'm going for this. 2 minus 2 whole squared plus 2 minus 4 whole square equals r square. So this is 0. The other half is 4 is equals to r square. 2 is equals to r square. 2 square equals r square. So r is equals to 2. And second part said that show that it is an equilateral triangle. So we make any of the pairs. First, going for PQ, x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared whole square root. So that is x2, 2 plus square root 3 minus 2 whole square plus 5 minus 2 whole squared. This goes with this, square root 3 whole square is 3 plus 9, that is square root 12. Done with PQ. And then PR. Then with PR. PR is again x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared whole square root. PR 2 minus square root 3 minus 2 and 5 minus 2 this. Negative 2 goes with 2. Square of negative square root 3 is positive 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. Square root of 3 is 9. So it is again square root 12. Two sides are already there. We've done PQ, we've done PR. We're left with QR. QR is x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared whole under the root QR minus square root 3 negative. Now I have to subtract the coordinate of x. I'm directly changing its sign. Minus 2 minus square root 3 whole square plus y is 5 minus 5 whole square whole under the root. So this goes with this, and we have negative 2 square root 3 whole square plus 0. 2 squared is 4 and square root 3 is 3. 4 3 times is 12. So all three are 12. So shown PQ is equals to PR is equals to QR. This is more or less related with coordinate geometry. Chapter 5. Equations and inequalities. Okay, look at question number 8. It says that show that this can be written in the form this. So it is asking you to convert it into generic form. So we do it directly. We know that the coefficient of x is minus 4. Half and sign change will mean x plus 2 whole squared. And see that there is nothing with y. That means it's a 0. So it is already just y square. And for radius, our formula was f square plus g square minus c. Value of f is 2 squared. There is no value for g, which is 0 because we don't have anything in y. And minus into minus 11 squared. So 2 times is 4 plus 11. 11 and 4 is square root 15. So radius is square root 15. This is your equation. Hence, write down the center and the radius of the circle with this. So we've already converted. The center is minus 2 comma 0 and the radius is square root 15. Any issues?
No, sir, none so far.
Okay. Question 9 is of the same nature. This equation right here could be written as this. So directly x, we find x, which is minus 10, half and sign change, plus 5 squared. Y, we find y, half and sign change, that is minus 2. Then for r, again the formula, r is equals to square root f square plus g square minus c. And f was 5 squared. This was minus 2 squared and minus into minus 20. So 5 square is 25. 2 square is 4 and positive 20. Overall 25, 35, 45 and 4 is 49. So that is 7. So is equals to 7 square. Hence write down the center. Center is there, minus 5 and positive 2. And the radius is 7. It keeps on repeating itself. Only the words change a little, that the expression of the word, you can say, the question or the demand of question. It is not more than this, that you find the distance and divide by 2 to get r, or you find the midpoint to get the center of coordinates. This find the center and radius. So center is straight away 1 and minus 4, and radius is 1 squared minus 4 squared negative 8 whole square root, which is 1 plus 16 plus 8. 16 and 8 is 24, 125. That is 5. This is your question 1. So I'm skipping few parts. I'm just trying to cover the different type of questions. So the more you will practice, the more you will get used to it. It says the point P lies on the circle with equation this. The point Q also lies on the circle such that PQ is a diameter. Find the coordinates of point Q. Okay, now this is a little lengthy question. First, let me know if you understood the wordings.
Could you explain it one more time, sir?
I'll show it to you. Take 30 seconds. Just try to understand, then I'll solve it. Question number 12. Just try to imagine. Okay, now let's collect the data and then solve. Okay, the question says there is a point P, which is 7 comma minus 14, lies on the circle with the equation this: x square plus y square plus 6x minus 14y is equals to 17. And it says the point Q also lies on the circle such that PQ is the diameter. Find the coordinates of point Q. So before I start, I'm trying to imagine where does this circle lie. And I can see that the center coordinate is -3, 7. So if I make a sketch in my mind that x is -3 and y is +7, it looks like this. But I don't know what the radius is. So radius is equals to 3 squared, 7 squared, and taking 17 on the other hand side, C. So this is 349 +17. Okay, this is 9, 49, 17, 75, which is square root 75. And we know that it lies on P, sketching a rough circle. P lies there, which is x7 and y -14. 7 comma -14. This diagram is not the demand of question, but to understand, and so we can communicate easily. So we have the coordinate of center, we have the radius, and we know one of the point. And radius was actually not required. So we know one of the point P. It says PQ is the diameter, so this must be Q. Q is unknown and PQ is equals to diameter. May I say Q is x comma y, and we know that the center is actually the midpoint of P and Q. So midpoint of PQ, x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2 is equal to -3, 7. Midpoint of PQ is equals to coordinates of center. So x1 is 7 plus x by 2, and y is -14 plus y by 2 is equals to -3 and 7. So we equate x coordinate with x coordinate. 7 plus x by 2 Why did I write 7? That is minus 3. Oh, is equal to minus 3 right here. So 7 plus x is equals to negative 6. X is equals to minus 6 minus 7 is minus 13. Going for y, minus 14 plus y by 2 is equals to 7, equating y with y. So minus 14 plus y is equals to 14, y is equals to 28. So coordinates of q are negative 13 and y is 28. So the demand of question was to find q. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see what else do we have. Intersection of straight lines and circles. This is clearly linear and quadratic equation solving simultaneously. Show that the line y is equals to x minus 7 does not meet the circle. If it does not mean, left hand side will not be equal to right hand side. For example, he's already made that subject y is equals to x minus 7. Y is equals to x minus 7. You plug in y, just right here, simplifying the equation. It changed the shape into this. Do you remember b square minus 4ac discriminant?
Yes, sir.
So the value of discriminant is less than 0. b square minus 4ac. Show that the line does not meet. So we had 3 cases. If it is greater than 0, it actually meets at 2 points. b square minus 4ac, if it was equal to 0, it meets at 1 point. And b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that does not intersect. So if it does not meet, we have this. And even if you try to solve this equation, you will not get the exact values. There will be negative numbers below the square root. So you'll know that it does not intersect. So this is less of circles and more of simultaneous equation. Find the coordinates of point where the circles this meets the x-axis. So we know at x-axis the value of x is something and value of y is 0. So we already know this point. Plug in the value where x is x. So x minus 1 is a square minus 2ab plus b square, and value of y is actually 0. So you substitute 0, you get plus 9 minus 45 is equals to 0. Simplifying this equation, we get x square minus 2x minus 35 is equals to 0. Now we solve for this quadratic equation. 5 times is 35 minus 7x plus 5x minus 35. So x minus 7, x minus 7 again, x plus 5, x minus 7. So the values would be x is equals to negative 5 and x is equals to positive 7. So find the coordinate of point where the circle intersects the x-axis. It intersects at minus 5 comma 0 or 7 comma 0. There's one more way we can do this. The difference is 12 and this center is positive 1. Okay, let me sketch this. The correct method is this. The algebra already go for that. Always go for that. If I try to sketch this circle and the turning point is center is 1 comma 3. So at 1, 1, 2, 3. This is the center. If this is the center, whatever the radius is, this circle will look like this. And if we try to draw a line of symmetry, actually these 2 points A and B will be at equal distance from this center line. Do you accept this fact? Because it is a circle. And we know that it was x positive 1, x is equals to positive 1. This is 1, 3. And if I look for the radius, which is square root 45. So this is square root 45. And we know that this length is 3 square root 45. If we use Pythagoras theorem, square root 45 whole squared is equal to 3 square plus unknown square. Let me say we use p. So 45 minus 9 is equals to p square. 45 minus 9 is 10, 35, 36 is equals to p square. P is equals to 6. So we know that this distance is 6 and 6. So 1 plus 6 is 7 and 1 minus 6 is minus 5. Are these points exactly the same which we got? Minus 5 and 7. In exam, anything you do is correct. There is no restriction. So if you will go for algebra, that is correct. You go for Pythagoras theorem, that is again correct because you knew the geometry of the shape. And this will only click in your mind if you've already practiced it. So go through exercise 6, C and D, and we'll discuss problems tomorrow, then move ahead. C and D, exercise 6C, 6D. Okay, we are just left with tangents. There must be perpendicular as well. Okay, there's only one topic left in this chapter. So 6C and 6D, do try them. Do you want to ask anything?